Hey guys, welcome back to Beast Quest, Series 16, Book 3, Solix the Deadly Swarm. And it's been a while since I've done Beast Quest, it has. Still got some computer issues, but hopefully I can get this review done so I can sort my computer stuff out. But like always, in-depth story analysis and then my overall thoughts on this book. So without further ado, let's get through this book. Tom and friends were continuing their quest on their way to Gentor to save the people from Sampeo. Before the Good Witch's shield spell faded, our heroes had received a message from Gentor showing Tom's mother's current condition. Her frail sight showed with one attack from any pirate would instantly result to her end. Irina, the Good Witch, begged our heroes to hurry. This spell would not hold for much longer. Eleanor insisted Tom use his horseshoe token, which granted him extra speed, but Tom didn't want to leave Eleanor alone. Eleanor demanded it as Tom's mother needed her son, but as he began to ride off, Eleanor quickly called him back, as a wounded victim had come to Eleanor's aid. Talk about bad timing. I should also mention this book does confirm that Kenta and Sampeo are working together. So that is something I was wondering the past few books, and I'm glad they acknowledged it here. Tom joined Eleanor and helped heal the girl with his magical token. When the girl came to, she was a bit panicked at first, but they soon managed to calm her down and spill what caused her illness. She said her name was Orla, and she was part of a tribe in the Rainbow Jungle. Their people had been friends to some rare ants, but then one day the ants attacked, causing the rash over Orla's body. No doubt others would suffer the same fate. She also mentioned pirates had started to raid their tribe for values. Sampeo was wasting no time in pillaging Wildor. Our heroes reluctantly decided to help Orla, but they had to be quick. Freya needed them. They soon reached the Rainbow Jungle and were wondering if they would encounter the next beast. Tom and friends discovered that the plants were being taken by the ants, while everything else they came across would be destroyed. They soon came across Orla's village, and it was indeed in a wrecked state. No sign of life, the entire tribe gone. Our heroes were hoping they were still alive for Orla's sake. They then spotted a large lamb skeleton, and wondered, was it the ants that did this, or was there something else out there? However, before they could think any further, the swarm of ants was returning. It would seem our heroes were about to find out if these ants were really flesh-eating insects. I should also mention that our heroes have brought up that they have come across a situation like this before with the fifth special. I do believe it's called Kreta the Winged Terror, so that's nice to bring up that. Orla told our heroes that the ants had a bad sight but great hearing. If they didn't make a sound, they would go right by them. And indeed it worked. Our heroes decided to follow the ants to see what all the vegetation was for. They stealthily followed for a bit until our heroes stepped on a twig, alerting the ants. Tom and friends retreated from the swarm, but they knew they couldn't run forever. So Tom decided to take the torch they had acquired from the wrecked village, and scared off the ant army. However, Tom felt that they were already here, climbing up his body. He feared the worst. They would eat his flesh. Tom tried to fight off the ants, but it was no use. They were planning not only to go everywhere on his body, but even down his throat. So Eleanor led Tom to a location where Tom could wash off the ants. When he resurfaced, his hands were covered in stings, but the ants had fled for now. Orla mentioned that the ants used to be red, but now they're black. They carried on, finding a large cave, and it led them to a large anthill, and then something emerged on top. Tom put out his red jewel because he had a good idea what it was, and he was right. Another of Kenta's evil beasts. The next beast's name, Solix. It admitted it was the one that eats the flesh from the living beings. I will mention that this book has a nice vibe, building up the beast with a creepy jungle, nasty ants, and an empty village. And it's nice with the whole shadow that it mentions that it's the one that eats the living creatures, so that's nice. Solix is revealed to be a beast created from the vast amount of ants. It would seem that the ants, now aware of their evil intentions, decided they needed a queen for their colony. So they created a queen out of themselves, which being the next beast, Solix. Solix is of course a female, so that's confirmed, and Tom was discovered as Solix's antenna had picked him up. Her hearing had picked up the faintest of whispering. Anyway, epic fight ensued, but Tom was overpowered. No matter what he sliced, Solix could keep recalling on more ants to repair her wounds. but not only that, she could alter her size. When Eleanor tried to help with the torch, that ticked Solix off. So, when she was about to kill Eleanor, Tom took a hit for her and got knocked out. When our hero woke up, it was revealed that Solix had escaped. Now, our heroes assume she can change shape, but I'm gonna assume she just decreased her size to allow her escape. But secondly, why did she escape? She was clearly winning. She knocked out Tom. I guess this torch was that big of a threat. But I don't get it. But other than that, okay, whatever. Tom and friends ventured in pursuit after Solix. This time, Tom gave Eleanor his sword. While she would fight the beast, Tom would study the battle to find a weakness on the deadly swarm. After some pretty sweet battling from Eleanor, Tom had put together a solution. He charged his golden armor power into his fist and punched Solix's underbelly. The punch was so strong it knocked her head straight to the cave wall, hitting her antenna and causing the cave to create a rumbling echo. The noise was revealed to be Solix's weakness, and Tom's real plan was to make some racket. So in this chapter they do confirm that Solix can form different shapes as she creates pincers for combat, while the cover of this book indicates her only having 6 legs. I should also mention Tom probably got the idea from his fight with Quagos, a beast which also had a weak spot being the underbelly, and the drums were hinted at early when they were at the village, when they were at the wrecked village, so that was a nice foreshadowing there. And the antenna was a nice little touch. Eleanor getting in with the sword, very nice. So I liked all that. While Eleanor continued to fight off Solix, Tom was going to use Ronak's horn to create sound that would echo through the cave. So Ronak's horn is hollow, that tells me. Anyway, Aulus instructed Tom how to use the horn, and with one mighty puff, Tom had saved Eleanor from a near-death experience, as the mighty Solix was brought crashing to her knees, and then our heroes reclaimed his sword and brought it to Solix's eyes, and with one more horn blow, Solix crumbled into thousands of red ants. The spell was broken, and with their victory came a new beast token, some ant armor gloves for a future quest. With Solix's defeat, our heroes ventured forth and found Aula's people. They hadn't been killed, just went in hiding from the deadly swarm. Aula's father thanked our heroes and said goodbye to Aula as Tom saw Sampeo's pirate ship. Tom and friends attempted to stop Sampeo the Pirate King, but it was too late. Sampeo's crew had taken our heroes' horses, but Tom wouldn't allow their escape. He asked Eleanor to trust him. She did, and he tossed her towards the ship. With the power of the golden breastplate, she had successfully snuck aboard, with Tom following, with a jump from the golden boots. So while our heroes secretly aboard Sampeo's ship, they were now all off to Jengtor. Then that would explain to me that the beast was a decoy while Sampeo stole the horses. Thus Kensa is using her magic to weaken the shield. So that's a nice bit of teamwork on the villain's part. So finally Sampeo and Kensa are actually more effective as a duo than they are as a single unit. But yeah, that has been my little wrap-up of Solix the Deadly Swarm. I had a few scuffles here and there, but give me a break, because I have been away from Beast Quest for quite a bit. But you know, for what it is, Solix the Deadly Swarm is a very, very good book. Easily the best book of Series 16 out of the 3 of them I've read. With the creepy atmosphere of the ants, building up, learning about them, and I do like that their strength is also their biggest weakness, sound, because of their ultimate hearing. Eleanor with the sword, great stuff there. Sampeo and Kensa, very sneaking, cunning villains, hiding in the background, letting the beast do their dirty work. And when the moment was right, they took what they wanted, and they got some points out of that. Sure, the heroes got on there, but they were very lucky. So that was all nice timing by their part. Aula was a nice side companion on there. She helped with our heroes beat the beast. And with that being said, that is all my wrap-up of Solix. I really did like this book. It did remind me of the Chamber of Secrets with the spider stuff from the Forbidden Forest. That was a nice reference there, I felt like. And I do like this beast's abilities, shape-shifting of her ant swarm ability, like Sandman, and of course the super hearing antenna. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. This has been my attempt doing none other than Solix the Deadly Swarm. Next time we'll be doing Canis, the Shadow Hound. Till next time, guys. Peace.